Hello, Aries, and welcome. I'm Adriana. I'm an evolutionary life coach, and today you and I are going to go on a journey through the tarot cards to uncover your beneficial spiritual message and focus for the week. So, your theme reading, the Lord. All right, Aries. Interesting because this card is often associated with Aries. But let's get into which aspect of Aries we're talking about. Okay, right away my guides are saying boundaries. This is having a very clear structure. Coming back to this idea of boundaries and structure. Boundaries help give give form to everything we're doing. They shape our day. They give us the edges. And they shape your growth and the way that you interact with others and the way that you interact with your work. Without boundaries, things are either out of control, inconsistent, chaotic, or possibly detrimental. But this card calls for a strong structure so that you can get everything done in its full power. Okay, we've got you feeling like the Ace of Swords, so you're ready for this. You're ready to take up this sword in hand. You're ready for this new direction. You've got your mind open to a new either belief in yourself. It's funny, it's coming through as a project. I would normally associate that with wands, but for some reason the sword card. So it may be a new mentality about a project, or it may just be a new project in general. Whatever it is, you're feeling very inspired to take up leadership. And the Lord is reminding you that good leaders and projects that succeed have very clear parameters and they have very clear boundaries. So as you're being a leader, it's very important to know what you can do and what you can't, what you need to delegate and what you need to keep for yourself. Swords also teach you about cutting things, shaping things. I've got in my head the visual of someone going through the rainforest with a machete, shaping a path, carving a path. So there are things that need your attention and there are things that you need to be willing to delegate. That's the boundaries. If you draw no boundaries and you say, I can handle everything, that actually limits the success of your project. Okay, another fiery energy, Prince of Wands, riding into another ace, Ace of Cups, ending in the Ten of Swords. Okay, Aries, this is fascinating because our 10 and our 1 are similar messages of culmination yet beginning again. Okay, and why are they giving me the word betrayal here? Okay, because your passion and your heart tends to run away. It tends to get the better of you and it tends to just kind of keep getting bigger. Just like if you have a fire and the wind starts blowing and all of a sudden the fire is going out of control. You lead so much. You want to lead so much with your heart and you put your heart and your soul and your passion and your everything in. That sometimes you're not aware when it's too much. Okay, they're telling me to draw one more card here. 8 of Cups. Okay, knowing when to leave, knowing when to let go. It really is good to be so fueled by your passion in your heart, but it's also very important to really listen to the flow and the intuition. Nope, sorry, going the wrong way with that. That sometimes that inspired passion and enthusiasm and energy and flow, it gets the better of you because that's what prevents the boundaries from happening. You see how this water is flowing everywhere. It's flowing out of the cup. It's flowing on the water. It's flowing on the earth. It's flowing down the earth. It's flowing everywhere. It cannot be contained. And sometimes that energy is good to get the juices flowing. But the thing is, right now it's being fueled by this fire energy, the Prince of Wands. And so he pushes that energy out of control. And then it gets to a point where there's just a fooey. It just gets completely cut off. Either you haven't been aware of people working behind the scenes against you, or the energy just becomes so hot, so high, that you cannot sustain it, and then you just drop. It's just everything gets cut off. So if you have also some Sagittarius in your chart, I'd encourage you to watch the Sagittarius reading because it talks about this tempering of energy. But for you, Aries, if you do this right from the beginning and you set up the boundaries, then your enthusiasm and your energy has a playground. It has a structured place to be, and the energy doesn't reach that fever pitch, and it's never forced to just go completely out. Ten of Swords is also a lot of air. I have a different tarot deck, and it's really fascinating the way they depict the Ten of Swords. They choose the four winds, and they're all blowing into the center. So it's this over air, too much air. And what happens with too much air? It blows out your fire. See what I'm saying? So when you have those appropriate boundaries, it just never reaches that fever pitch where it has to be controlled. Okay, one more card to summarize this up, because Aries, this is an awesome reading. Again, leadership. You're being asked to be a leader, Aries, but a good leader that understands boundaries, and a good leader that doesn't let the fire get out of control. This is controlled fire here. But he's also the essence of your card. I mean, this card is the essence of your sign. There's a lot of Aries symbology on both of these cards. The color red, you'll know that red is one of your power colors, and there's also there's ram's horns on both of their thrones. So you're being asked to be the essence of who you are, but in control, Aries, not out of control, in control. All right, so I enjoyed that. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me, for visiting this channel, and for just being a part, being a part of all of this. Please like and subscribe, and possibly comment if you feel so compelled. You're more than welcome to check out my website, True Guidance Tarot. It's still under construction. I'm not procrastinating. I am waiting for guidance as to when to complete it. But if you would like a sneak preview of what's going to be offered, please just reach out in an email, and I'll be happy to get you up to speed. So Aries, have a great week. I'll see you next time.